Is Fallout Season 2 better than expected? That's the question that's been living rent-free in my brain since the first two episodes dropped. And honestly, I didn't expect to even be asking it this early. Because, let's be real for a sec, Season 1 already declared the video game adaptation the curse. The bar wasn't low, but it wasn't exactly floating in the stratosphere either. So Season 2 showing up this confident, this chill, and this quietly self-assured. Yeah, that hits different. And what's the why the thumbnail just say works? Not masterpiece, not big television, just works. Because the witch in the Fallout universe is kind of the miracle. Yes, you hear that right? This is a miracle. Because it's coming back into this world feels like the stepping into a wasteland you already know how to survive. Lucy, still the moral compass, desperately trying to function in a universe that runs on radiation, and that's bad decision. The goal is that still that walking the contradiction, half the punchline, half nightmare, and dropping one-liners like he's allergic to sincerity, and somehow their chemistry hasn't cooled off at all. If anything, it's the sharper, more relaxed, like the show know exactly why people shows up. That confidence matters because the season 2 doesn't feel like it's trying to reintroduce itself. It's not screaming remember this every 5 minutes. Well, not entirely. There is some reset in the energy early on, some previously on Fallout. The homework vibes, but in the never fully drugs, and momentum is the quicksand, and it's more like the show saying, okay, deep breath, here's the where are we? I mean, not let's move. And when is the moves, it moves smart. What Fallout continues to absolutely nail is tone. That impossible the balancing act, the words goofy, retro, futuristic, they absurdly exist right next to genuine horror. Yes, 1 minute you're laughing at how the uninjured is this rolling. Okay, the next you're watching the someone is to make a decision that's morally radical. The show that gets the Fallout has always been about the contradictions, smiling mascots, and corporate optimism, and total is unletian. And season 2 is leans into that understanding without over explaining it. Okay, which is the huge and the big lore, the elephant in the room. Of course, is New Vegas. The touching that's the part of Fallout history is like the stepping onto secret is the ground for fans. And the one wrong move the internet starts the sharpening is the pitchforks. So far, okay, that's the show's approach in the field. Respectful, careful, but not afraid. It doesn't unload entire mastas on your episode 1. It plants seeds in the let atmosphere, do the talking, and honestly, okay, and the restoring is the mighty, it's the smartest move. Not everything lands the cleanly thought, and some stories tears, and especially the world-related ones. Okay, they feel like that they are warming up the silence instead of actually playing the game. And there's a moment where you can feel the show juggling and too many ideas at once, and hoping the future episodes will tie them together into something the current, and the gamble is worked in season 1 might work again, might. Oh my god, Jesus. And but here's the thing, I wouldn't want the Fallout 2 season is the stumbless a little and it never feels the lost. And there's the growing the sense that the show knows where is the going. And that's there is the actually the spine and the holding all these timelines. Actually the timelines and characters and the corporate nightmares together. And the deeper we get into the path, the pre-war is choice and billionaires that we can outlive in the everyone else mindset. Clearly, it's that becomes that's what Fallout has always been yelling at the truck in the city. The apocalypse wasn't an accident. It was a business plan. Okay, yes. I mean, you seen that old picture, right? And yeah, that hits harder now than ever. And the performances continue to carry a lot of the weight. Ella Parnell is the Lucy still feel like the audience's emotional anchor. And the Evan as the world is the keeps trying to sandblast in the for optimism. And the Fulton, the Jonas is the clearly having the time of his life, actually churning throughout the scenes with the perfect mix of the menace and dark humor. The show understands that Fallout's characters shouldn't feel cool actually the Marvel way, just they should they feel damaged and completed and a little bit the funny in a deeply uncomfortable the way. So does Fallout 2 feel better than expected? The base it on just this first 2 episodes, yeah, it kinda does. Definitely does. And not because it's louder, not because it's bigger, but because it's the calmer, the more deliberate, and the less interested in proving itself and more interested in the letting the world breathe. And it feels like a show that survived its first season and come back to knowing exactly what is it and what it doesn't need to be. There are still questions. Some storylines need to just simply is there screen time, and the real emotional engine hasn't fully kicked into high gear yet, but the foundation now is solid. Okay, the tone, luck, and potential absolutely is there. This isn't about to fall out in the firing on all the cylinders just yet, okay? But it's the starting engine without the stalling. And in the wasteland, that comes, it works.